I'm going to be talking about changes that are happening right now with Google Places, used to be called Google Business Local, Google Site Links, which is one of the new ad extensions, Google Product Extensions, and Google Mobile Advertising. So it's a lot. And we will be making the presentation available. We'll send the slide deck around later. If anybody wants to have that, I'll make sure Jonathan will have that for you. First of all, has anybody here, is anyone using ad extensions for your AdWords account or clients? Okay, good couple. Anybody using a product feed, a data feed for organic or paid? Great, okay, couple. All right, so a lot of new information, it looks like, for a lot of people. So for ad extensions, I'm going to tell you what they are, how they work, how to enable them in AdWords, and the performance results that my clients are seeing with ad extensions. It is so worth it to learn how to implement these. Doesn't take a lot of time, a little bit of expertise, but you'll figure it out quickly, and the performance results really make it worth it. And then there's some other things that are coming soon. Google is announcing some additional extensions that will be coming up in the next couple of months, so I'll talk about this real fast. So when you're enabling ad extensions, everything is done at the campaign settings tab. So I've just got a bunch of screenshots here. You're going to be, just going into this place to manage, enable things, link them up with other elements of Google. And what you need to know is that your click cost for a click on an ad extension is the same as a normal CPC cost. So there's nothing to be concerned about that you're going to be, opening up, high PPCs. So the first thing you want to know, and all of this melts together, what Google is doing is, they used to have all these silos, all these different ways to, all these different properties, and now we're seeing them more and more melding everything. And what they're doing right now, was announced on Friday, is formerly Business Local, now called Google Places. If you had local business ads on Google Places, those are going away. That's all going to now be managed from within AdWords in the campaign settings tab. So it's going to allow you more flexibility. You won't have to write separate local ads. It's going to be more dynamic based upon where the user is when they see your ad, either on mobile or on the PC or a mobile, like a Droid or an iPhone. Google's going to, hopefully know exactly which location and phone number to serve to them. So it's going to be more flexible, more scalable. You'll have more, be able to work with multiple locations. The ads are eligible to display basically all over the network with the exception of content. And there is a how-to video that's excellent that talks about step-by-step. So if you're currently doing business local ads or local business ads, they are going to be transitioned in the next couple of weeks. And there's this great video. You can see exactly what that's all about. So the ad extensions for locations are going to be enabled again at the campaign settings tab. You're just going to click that box, connect to my Google Places account. And if you don't have a Google Places account, then you need to go in and create one. Chances are Google has found your business, or your client's business, so if they haven't claimed it, they need to go in and do that. And then they'll be able to connect that up to their AdWords account. And I think, so what happens is, once you get all that synced up, now you're going in to create a text ad for your campaign or your ad group. And the new text ad, you're going to be able to connect it to the, it's going to be connected to your business places, and you're going to choose an address. And so for this client of mine, they only have one address, so we chose the main address. And you can see what it's pulling in is the image and the information from their local Places account. And since it's properly synced, when their ad previews to somebody in their local service area, which in this case is within a 20-mile radius of their retail site, their address actually shows. So it's just pushing out much more relevant information to the user. The one really important thing to know, I do almost all my editing in Google AdWords Editor. You have to do ad extensions live in the live interface. And if you go in, if you've got extensions enabled, and then you go in and make changes to your ads, you really need to go back in live and make sure that you haven't stomped on some earlier work. So something really important to keep in mind. So what happens then is, this is just an example. I live in Nashua, New Hampshire, so I just did a search for iPhone. And you'll see, here's a PPC ad. Has anybody ever seen a PPC ad with a map in it? Yeah. This was one of the first ones I saw. I actually learned a couple things when I was putting this presentation together. So this is really great. This is how the local advertising is really changing, and it's just becoming so dynamic and so relevant. So here I am in Nashua. I searched for iPhone, and it's telling me, and here's a map of the location at the mall right down the street from me where I can go buy an iPhone. So that's just one of the extensions. An extension is typically going to appear as additional data underneath the text ad. Another thing to keep in mind, I'm kind of backstepping a little bit, this is something I did for my handyman. He wanted to have a local places account or a business local account, but we couldn't really set it up for him because he doesn't operate out of a fixed area. He serves an area, and he didn't want to have his home address, on the web. So just recently they enabled area targeting, being able to target a specific area. So we were able to go in, set that up for him, and so now when people search for a handyman in Nashua, which a lot of people are, and they find his local listing, it's showing his service area, which is great. His PPC ad would be showing, but this is his high season, so he doesn't want to advertise right now. So that's really helpful to know if you've had a client who maybe didn't want to present an address for whatever reason, now they can just designate the service area. Okay, so now we're getting into good stuff. This is the true PPC stuff. So I don't know, how long ago did site links come out? 9 months ago, maybe? I don't even remember. Site links was Google's first foray into allowing you to have multiple messages within one text ad. So it is presenting more opportunity for you to get people deeper into your site. It's giving the user a better opportunity to maybe self-screen themselves, or to say, yeah, this is the place I want, or no, this isn't what I want. And so a site link basically gives you the option of having 4 additional links within your text ad. And what happens is you go into your settings tab and you go into the site links tab, providing it's enabled. It is not enabled in everybody's account right now. I don't know what's taking them so long, so keep an eye out for it. But it's great. So if you're in the service industry, you don't have to be selling a product. This particular client is, but you could just be in a service industry providing, SEO services and PPC services, and you can have, specific links into specific areas of your website. So in this case, we've loaded up 5 different site links. We can put up to 10. At any given time, Google will show between 1 and 4, or maybe none. They're looking for the best fit. So the idea is to get as much descriptive, additional information about your business into these site links, and when it's relevant to the query, the ad will show, as you can see below. So you can see the links that we put in. There are 5 site links there, and then you can see below on a search query for this client, and this works really well for branded campaigns, the 4 additional links that show up. So this is helping people understand it's not just faux panels, but they have stone panels and rock panels and brick panels, and they have siding. And what we're doing is we're capitalizing on all the different ways that people are searching for these products. And so instead of having this kind of generic blah ad, it's like, oh, okay, they do this, they do that, they do that. So it's really, really powerful.